Good day, everybody. Today we're going to do lesson plan 17, grade 1, term 2, and our topic is recognize numbers 20 to 29. Remember the focus on recognizing it. Here is then your link to the caps that you can pause and you can read through. Then I'm going to pause at the resources and the dictionary. So the resources you can then prepare. And then the dictionary are those words for you as parents or teacher to understand certain concepts, terminology, vocab to support your child in this lesson. Then we're going to start with the daily routine. So the daily routine, you're going to pause and you're going to ask these questions. Now we're going to go to our counting activity. So today we're going to count between 0 and 20. So I'm just quickly going to read here. The learner gives the number that is one more or less than the number given by the teacher or you as parent. So any number then between 0 to 20. The learner shows the answer then on a number line. So very important to prepare a number line again. But like I always say is prepare this number line in front of the child so the child can understand the number line. Remember that your number line starts with a 0. And then again, what you can do is you can ask questions like what number is 1 more than 14? What number is 1 less than 14? So go through these steps with your learners, with your children. You can pause now and then do this activity. Welcome back. So with the mental mathematics today is we're going to give them 10 numbers and what they need to say and let them answer this orally. Which number is 3 less than the given number? So again, which number is 3 less than 3? 3 less than 5. I want you to pause and do this activity. You will always find the answers here in red. Okay, welcome back. So in this lesson, we're only going to focus on the recognition of the numbers between 20 to 29. Remember, they don't have to write it, so we focus on them recognizing it. We're also going to write a number, then we can write it on the board, on a piece of paper, and we're going to point to it and say, this is 23. You're going to do then the same with all the other numbers. Now we're going to repeat the activity, but this time what we're going to do is we're going to write more than one number. In this case, we have about 5 numbers on the board. So what you're going to do is you're going to point to a number and you're going to ask the learners which number is before and which number is after that. And they will then say 22 is before 23 and 24 is after 23. I want you to pause now and do this activity. From our essay teacher resources, you can purchase these or you can make your own. Note that the number of objects, we always put it in 10. So we got 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So this is that we still focus on the decimal system, that we show the learners that we need to count in tens and then in units, not only in units. So very important to have counting cards like this. So firstly, you're going to revise the numbers 1 to 19. You can just write it down and they need to identify the number symbol. Then what you're going to ask them, you're going to give them magazines or newspapers, and you're going to ask them then to find these numbers from 20 to 29. If you don't have magazines or newspapers, just write these numbers randomly on a piece of paper and then ask them, read out the number and ask them to find it. So I want you to pause and then do this activity. Welcome back. So now we're going to go and look at level 1, 2, and 3, concrete, representative, abstract. Remember that CRA is an international model that's used to teach mathematics. So the first one that we're going to do is we could take the learners outside and we could write these numbers in the sand or with chalk um, on the pavement or on cement, and then they need to recognize these numbers. What you also can do is through their bodies, let them jump then 10, 20, 10, 20, 21, 10, 20, 21, 22. So every time when you count, they just jump. So 23, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. Um, then when you go to the representative level is by using the cards. We already spoke about this, and maybe most of you already used it. Is where we have the number symbol and then the number of beads. So they can match the abstract form, the symbol, with the number of the beads. And then we're going to go lastly, we're going to look at the problem solving. Just which number is 1 less than 26. I want the learners here to demonstrate it with concrete resources, and here you can demonstrate it, for instance, on a number line. Let them explain to you what they are doing. Then we're going to go to the worksheet. So the worksheet, you can just follow the questions. Remember your number line on this side. If you don't want to cut these from here, what you could do is you could just, before the time, trace it, cut it out in piece of papers. I always recommend to use old paper, recycled paper, and then you're going to paste it on the empty number line. Then the problem solving, we already looked at it when we did levels 1 to 3. And then the consolidation, if you got everything yes, you're going to carry on with the next lesson. If you got some no's, you need to revisit certain concepts, or you need to contact us at SA Teacher.